Let's get more on the New South Wales flooding situation with Nate Byrne. Morning, Nate. What's the latest?
Gemma, we've seen the gauges close at 9 a.m. this morning, so really getting a good idea of how much rain we've had over the last 24 hours. 279 millimetres at Taree. It's just incredible. The rivers right through the Hunter and the mid-north are really rising right now. In fact, over the last 15 hours or so, we've seen some rises as big as like 10 or 12 metres on many rivers. So we've got major flooding occurring, and it's likely to worsen with heavy to intense rainfall continuing. Now, the focus has shifted a little further north over the last 24 hours, but we're still seeing big falls, heavy to intense rainfall, along with damaging winds. Now, the damaging winds are likely to ease back a little bit from late this afternoon. We've also got damaging surf conditions as well, from well north of the region all the way down to Gosford right now, and there's hazardous surf beyond that, from the Byron coast all the way down to the Sydney waters. This is a significant system. It has stalled in place. It isn't going anywhere through the day today. In fact, it's sort of been cradled by a high pressure system that's helped to bring another freezing start to the southeast. New South Wales is the only place I'm watching at the moment. Chilly to start there. Western Australia's been dealing with more heat and windy conditions causing high fire danger for them. But really, in terms of rainfall and wild weather, New South Wales is the only story we've got today. We're expecting we could see 200 millimetres again today, and perhaps more for some in that exact same region. So flash flooding remains a concern, Gemma, and it's the rainfall rates that have really got me surprised at Taree. So they've ended up just shy of 280 millimetres, but 160 odd millimetres fell in just 6 hours. It's that kind of rainfall rate that just means that waters rise completely unexpectedly. So it's really important for people to stay across the latest warnings and just to remember, if it's flooded, forget it. I mean, we've heard about all those rescues the SES have had to do. It's putting them in danger too.
Yeah, indeed. Now, Nate, as you said, this is such a slow-moving system. So how much longer is it expected to last?
Look, certainly 24 hours more. For some, though, the intense rainfall could last into Thursday, or at least big falls. It will then move off fairly quickly. But essentially, other than a little bit of a wobble here or there, for the next 48 hours, we're looking at the same place dealing with the rain. Then a frontal system comes in, manages to pull in enough northerlies to drag that away from us. Then, by the way, I'm keeping an eye on the next frontal system coming into the southeast. That's probably going to bring a very windy weekend. But for New South Wales, that'll remain my focus. We're talking hundreds of millimetres still to fall through that exact same region. And then once it gets whisked back to the south, we're going to see the falls reoccurring through other places that have already seen quite wet weather. So if you end up with some heavy falls there, soaked ground already, we could see some localised riverine rises. It's certainly a very, very dangerous system, and one that we'll keep across and keep you updated with right through the day.